Hey there, welcome to Self-Care Challenge Week 4, where we are going to be talking about letting go in this exercise. So this exercise is for you if you notice a pattern of bearing grudges or holding on to the past or just not letting go and you resist change. This is especially important with self-care, letting go and moving forward so you can not give your energy to things other than positive. Okay, so this challenge starts off with the tale of two monks. So the tale of two monks goes like this. Two monks are walking back to their Montessori after heavy rains and they come across a swollen river. When they get to the swollen river, they notice a woman, a beautiful woman, that is distressed that she cannot cross the river. She is standing there in a silk kimono and just so upset. Okay, so the older monk picks up this beautiful woman and carries her across the river and sets her down. Then the two monks carry on their journey back to their Montessori. They arrive where they are going in about 5 hours. And when they get there, the younger monk has just been fuming upset the whole time. And he finally just lashes out and just says to the older monk, I don't understand. How could you do it? How could you pick her up? How could you touch her? You know that we are not allowed to touch women. And the older monk, very confused, looks at him and says, I set her down 5 hours ago, and you have been carrying her this whole time. You are still carrying her with you. The story makes you really think, like, what is it that you are not letting go of that is truly just draining your energy? So before you start this, I need you to know that people hang on to things and it clouds their judgment, it clouds their minds, and it just prevents them from moving forward and using the energy where they really need to be using it. So this exercise also really dives down deep and it explores why you are holding on and the benefits that you might have by not letting go. Okay, why is it that we don't let go though? Because change is scary. Um, we have a tendency to get stuck in this moment, and even though we know that we want different, we know that this is crazy staying in this spot. We know that we need to let go of these things or move forward. We don't do it because that is unknown, and where we are is kind of comfortable. Even though it may be uncomfortable, it's known. And so for that, the known brings us comfort. So as you're going through this exercise, I want you to consider, how you may benefit by holding on to each of these things that you need to change or the things that you may be resistant to change. What is what we call a secondary gain? What is it that you gain by staying exactly where you are? And, occasionally or quite often, it could be that it's just comfort. Okay. So the concept of forgiveness, it is really gone over in this exercise, and it could be, forgiveness of yourself or others. So let's go back to the younger monk in the story. And we have a tendency to hold these grudges or hold on to these feelings, whether they be, anger, hurt, or even guilt. And when they are clouding our mind, they are preventing us from fully enjoying life. Whereas let's think about the older monk who probably enjoyed the scenery and the beauty and was able to really be at peace as he's walking for 5 hours. That younger monk just was so consumed, and it prevented him from fully enjoying life. So the irony in all of this is that whatever it is that you're holding on to, it's probably bothering you much more than it does anyone else. So, letting go usually involves some sort of forgiveness or acceptance. That younger monk needed to either, forgive the older monk for doing this, or accepting the reasons why he did what he did, and that it was worth this exchange, or what he may have been sacrificing, the not touching of a woman. Or sometimes you need to, forgive or accept yourself. It or even the situation. It might not even be a person. Sometimes you need to just accept the situation in order to be able to let go and move forward. And letting go doesn't condone a behavior. It doesn't mean that you agree with it. It doesn't mean that that you or even really accepting the behavior. You're just really accepting the situation, and it's lightening your load on it. When you let go of whatever it is that is bothering you, it truly sets you free, and you can reclaim that energy that you can put towards something else, like self-care. Okay. You don't even need to know how to let go. You just need to be willing to let go, or to attempt to just let that burden release. And just keeping in mind, while you can't change the past, you can change how you feel going forwards about it. And whatever it is that you find the hardest to let go of, it's probably what you need to let go of the most. So, if you're struggling identifying these benefits, then I want you to just dig deep and ask yourself, what do I gain by keeping hold of this? Is it comfort, or is it something else? And if you need to let go of something that you've done, ask yourself, what do I need that will allow me to let go of this? Is it forgiveness to myself, or is it making amends with someone else? Perhaps holding on to these resentments and anger and hurt, that you don't you don't have to confront it. But by letting go of it, you actually have to face it. And perhaps you might need to make notes in a journal. I recommend that. Like, if you are truly struggling with letting go, then write it out, and then go back and read it, and see if you can move forward. And again, I am always, you know, just a message away if you would like to talk through letting go and this exercise. So I hope that this helps you on your self-care journey. And I just cannot wait to hear from each of you on how you have really started putting yourself first, so you can improve your relationships and your own well being.